Okay, been working. This is actually a week after video number 8. Had some issues with the lathe and had a couple of mistakes, and wanted to show you where we're at here. First thing was the mistake. That was the valve shaft, and it's pretty dirty and nasty now, but what I ended up cutting it too small. And let's see if we can get this on video here. You can see the wiggling there. That's not going to fly, so that's goes back in the scrap bin. And let's see here. Now I'm missing, okay. And the intake valves, or intake valve, excuse me. This isn't more than one cylinder. This has been pressed together, but it hasn't been soldered together yet. I always silver solder my valves together. And I've reamed the head, put that in there. I'll still have to grind the valves, put them on the grinding machine, but that one's good. And then the exhaust valve hasn't been pressed together yet. I don't know how well this is going to show up. You can see the shaft isn't all the way down there. So I don't have a press. So I'll get it set up here and I'll bring it into focus for you. Okay. What I do, however, have is a furniture clamp or a wood clamp or whatever you want to call it, or pipe clamp. I've heard it called all kinds of different things. And this usually will do the job for me. I'll go ahead and press this in if I can. I'm going to have to put it in the vise over here. Thought I could turn it by hand, but I can't. Get you zoomed in here as best I can. I make these about 2/1000 undersize on the hole in the valve. There we go. Pressed in. There's a little gap at the top that I know is not going to show up that'll take the solder. And then let me zoom this back out. Sorry folks, I'm not the best camera operator in the world. Okay. Anyway, I've got that so I can solder it on both sides. So what I do, I use 45% silver. Grab a little sand cloth here, rough it up a little bit. And put this over here in the vise. So we'll just set that on top of there. It's not going to go anywhere. Okay, if you haven't ever silver soldered before, in the real world, I do refrigeration for a living, and I use 45% silver because it gives a better bond for the refrigeration joints. So you have to flux it, and 45 is better than 25 has been my finding. And I'm just setting up the torch, so... Now my striker seems to have grown legs. Oh, let's see. It was here just a minute ago. Huh. Well... since my camera doesn't give me the ability to stop and start, I guess we'll call this the end of 9. I'll go find my striker and we'll solder the valves back together on 10 and thread them.